Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Trading Bitcoin with your host Tone Days. Coming to you live from the Istanbul airport because my flight was actually canceled, my flight to Malta. And so now I gotta try to figure out how I'm gonna get to a conference. Malta isn't exactly a very popular destination around here, you know. So I've been basically here since well, I had to wake up at like 5 a.m. to be here like before 6 a.m. because my flight was going to be at 7 something in the morning, and so right now it's like 8 a.m. now, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get to Malta tomorrow, and it's frustrating because I have shit to do for the conference, and also needed to get a haircut. Like I had interviews planned in Malta. Like it's just an enormous hassle, and so now I have to find a place to stay in Istanbul one more night. And this is the hassle of travel that people just don't understand. So every troll that ever says Tone doesn't trade, this is why. I actually had no idea the price popped until like 10 minutes ago when my phone started blowing up that the price is moving. So I immediately went and found a coffee shop while here at the airport. So I have to wait for Malta Airlines to confirm me on tomorrow's flight, which is kind of booked. But since they fucked up, they have to get me on that flight. Anyway, so while I wait for that, I'm still at the airport. I've been here for like hours now, not exactly on a lot of sleep. And I didn't get any sleep the night before because I was leaving Cairo at 3 in the morning and arriving at Istanbul. It's a 2.5 hour flight, but there was a 1 hour time change. So, and last night I was like, my one night in Istanbul. So I went out, met some Bitcoiners that are fans of mine. So it's basically no sleep for pretty much almost 2 days. So it kind of sucks. I was gonna, just get to Malta and relax for a minute, which I now can't do. All right. Anyway, enough complaining. Let's look at the price of Bitcoin. I have no idea what's going on at all. I just opened it up. So let's go back to what I said yesterday. What I said yesterday is we have a 9 on a weekly. A 9 means take your profit, but a week is 7 days long. So I specifically said yesterday that because the daily chart was only on a 6 of 9, you still had a potential for 3 more days of upside. I also said that the 12-hour was only on a 2 or a 3, whichever candle it was when I did this video. I also hope that the audio and video are all good. Yeah, so like I'm not using 2 monitors here, just like my one screen. So it's hard to keep an eye on everything, charts and live chat and everything. All right, so the 12-hour chart was bullish. The daily chart was bullish. The 1 hour chart was bullish. Now look at the 1 hour chart. The 1 hour chart is now on a 9 followed by a 13. So the 1 hour chart is telling you, hey, you should take your profit. The 1 hour chart went as high as, what do we get to? 4,800 pretty much, $10 shy of 4,800 on Bitstamp. I also sent the link to this video to Tyler and Van Zandt, but I don't think they see it, so it's okay. So it'll be just me. I'll try to keep an eye on. Actually, I should probably keep an eye on people potentially joining me on this stream. Let me pull that up. Hold on. Let's stick this down here, just in case someone joins. Okay, so the 1 hour chart is on a sequential 13, but it's just the 1 hour chart, right, guys? So the 4 hour chart says that we have 4 or 5 more candles to go. The 12-hour chart says we still have a couple of candles to go. The daily chart says, sorry, that is the daily chart, my bad. The daily chart we have says like 2 candles to go. The 12-hour chart has like 4 candles to go. This is the 4 hour chart. The 4 hour chart is on a sequential 13 with a 9. So these are telling you, hey, you may want to take your profit. However, I would not take all of the profit. So if I was long this market, and unfortunately, I know I said yesterday, I was looking for this to be one of my 4 trades, or like potentially my only trade this year. Obviously, I missed it, right? Like I had no time to enter my trade because right after yesterday's video, I immediately went to meet people for like coffee at 5 o'clock. I then immediately went for dinner, and then we went for drinks. And then Istanbul was a lot of fun, even though it was a Monday, so it was like 90% dead, but it was still a lot of fun. So I came home, got like 2 hours of sleep, 2-3 hours of sleep, and then I had to, leave for the airport at 5 in the morning. So I never even had a chance to open my trading account to even think about entering this leverage trade. Would I have done it? Probably not anyway. So it's not like I'm saying I would have done it and made a lot of money. I would have, I'm considering this miss, but I do hold GBTC long as a swing trade. And this gives me the opportunity to get out of GBTC, assuming I have time to log into my retirement account. So I will be looking to exit that trade this week, but because the market is closed in New York for another 7 hours, there's really nothing I can do. Would I be looking to exit that trade right now? Probably. I would have taken some profit on that trade, but because I can't, so I'm stuck for another 8.5 hours. And at that time, we will see what I'm going to be doing. Maybe I'm still be at the airport trying to get a flight to Malta. Who knows? So that's kind of what I'm dealing with right now. And but right now we are pulling back. There's really not much I can say in an irrational market. Here is the hourly chart. Jesus. So here's the current hour. That one. So the hourly chart is coming up on a 9 next hour. If that, and it's going to be a 9:13. So it looks like an hour from now, if we get a pop, if we get one more pop into 4,900, if we make a new swing high next hour, that's a decent exit if you were leveraged long this rally, because it is a 9:13 on the hourly, kind of somewhat in line with a 13 pop on a 4 hour. But this 13 pop on a 4 hour, you already got a 9 and you already went higher. So there's a high probability that this is going to go into yet another countdown. So I don't really see this 13 on a 4 hour as being all that critical. This is one of those sequential 13s on a 4 hour that I don't really care all that much about. But the hourly chart is going to give you a 9:13, and this one is critical. But the hourly chart is not as important as the 4 hour, the 12 hour, and the 12 hour, and the daily still have a little bit of room to go. But the weekly is topping, and you're hitting the 30-week moving average, which is somewhat significant. That I probably don't think we're going to close above. So sometime this week, we could hit my $5,100 bull trap. We're only $200 away. It's close enough to it to be considered, well, $300 away actually. We're close enough to it to be considered a near miss or near hit. So now it really is close enough. Good thing we haven't sold any Bitcoin from the ticket sales for understanding Bitcoin. That definitely helps us get back to break even, or at least closer to break even. My battery life is currently at 57%. I'm not charging the laptop. Once the laptop dies, I'll be off the video, and then either I'm going back, and it sucks that like the airport is like 30 minutes away from civilization here in Istanbul, and now there's going to be traffic for me to get there. So it's just been not a very good day getting stuck at the airport with a canceled flight. Okay, I have no idea how many people are watching right now. Let me see. We have 900 viewers on. I don't really know what else to tell you guys other than this is a week where we're supposed to top, but I don't know when this week we're going to top. My target is 5,100 bull trap. This is the week that it should happen, and it did happen this way. This looks like a very nice uptrend. Now, what we need is a reversal candle here. I think we can still pop a little bit higher. I think this momentum, like a lot of shorts, probably got liquidated. Actually, let me look at the longs versus shorts ratio. I can't wait for GBTC to open. I need to log into my broker and exit some of that swing long GBTC position. I never got a chance to enter a Bitcoin position. I'm honest with you guys. You know, I'm never gonna show you my trading account again. I'm never gonna tweet out my trade again because that cost me an unreasonable amount of revenue for 2019. Just by tweeting out my trade publicly, it cost me half of my income, which is incredibly frustrating with getting my accounts canceled by tweeting out my trades. So I'm never ever in my life gonna show anyone my trades because it's just like I'll never be able to make up for that revenue loss. And it's not really important to me. Like, I don't really care what your opinion is of my ability to trade. I'm 90% sure it's better than anyone else on YouTube. Probably 99% sure it's better than anybody else on YouTube. My hat's off to Tyler, though. I think that Tyler is a much better trader than I am. Gold, look at gold going down like I expected. This is very bad for gold. Very bad for gold. S&P, let's look at S&P. S&P is pulling back a little bit, but that's, again, we just had a brand new daily high close. That is incredible. That is absolutely, what is this? Oh, that's the 10-minute chart. I can review the 10-minute chart yesterday. So yesterday I said I would have been looking for a short at 10 a.m. That short never gave you a proper trade. I would have potentially shorted at 11 a.m. But again, there was no reversal candle at 11 a.m. These are not reversal candles. As a day trader, I would have never traded on this day. It never gave me a proper short trade, and it never gave me a clean long trade. As a day trader, this would have been a missed day for trading. As a day trader, as a swing trader, I would have been long Bitcoin. So I would have been long S&P way before today. I mean, I've been more bullish on the S&P 500 than Tyler. With today's action, with yesterday's action, I would be incredibly surprised if Tyler is not 100% committed to the S&P 500 or the Dow. I would be incredibly surprised at this point. If I go to the weekly, sorry, that's the one thing. If I go to the weekly chart of the S&P, this looks as bullish as I've seen the S&P in years, maybe even in a decade. Like, it's just incredibly bullish. Can it all collapse tomorrow? Absolutely. But this is just completely bullish. Lots of good entries all the way up. Okay, let's go back to Bitcoin. I was going to look at the long-short ratio, see if there's anything interesting in the long-short ratio. There really isn't. Maybe the data is a little bit delayed. I don't really know what's going on. There isn't anything happening in leverage long shorts. It is a clean breakout about 4,200. And this is what I've been saying, guys. I don't know when. I'm not a psychic. I'm not a numerologist. I don't know when the breakout's going to come. But like I've been saying for weeks and weeks and weeks, that I was bullish short term into 5,000. And once 4,200 breaks, there's no resistance. Like, it's just straight up. This is exactly what I expected, but I couldn't have told you when. And unfortunately, my timing, because it happened the week of the 9, it makes it very difficult to time this trade. It makes it very difficult to time the pop. I would have timed the pop perfectly if the pop happened, let's say 3 weeks from now, after the 9 pullback, and then break above 42. But the break of this green line, I mean, it was delayed by a day. So it wasn't easy to trade the pop to the upside. But if you were already long, I would be looking to exit this week. I am happy to exit my GBTC long swing trade either today or tomorrow. But now tomorrow I'll be like dealing with going to Malta instead of today because of the cancellation. So of the flight cancellation, not the conference. God, the conference is fine. Speaking of the conference, hey, don't forget about the tone base. What am I doing? Understanding Bitcoin conference. Yeah, check out the conference, guys. I'm supposed to already be in Malta, but I'm still stuck in Istanbul due to a flight cancellation. So I got to figure out when and how I'm getting to Malta. Okay, let's go back and watch the charts. We can do some. We can try to. It's hard to time the top. Like, I still think we're good for the next hour. I still think we can make a higher high here. I actually don't think we topped because we're not pulling back uh, hard nor quick. Let me look at the live chat, see if there's anything interesting. Yeah, someone says it cut through 4,200 so quick. Yeah, that's what happens. I mean, this is why, this is what I've been saying, guys. I've been saying it for a while, and people continue to fight me on it. Like senior traders, noob traders. When you have a significant point of resistance, and 4,200 was significant point of resistance, the break of that resistance explodes the price to the upside. This is the same exact trade that I was doing by shorting the 6,000 support. It's the same trade. People that were making fun of me for shorting at 6,000 when they were saying it's the tone shorts yearly support, that's the trade you're supposed to make. Just like going long, the 4,200 resistance is the trade you're supposed to make. And if I was an active trader and not a traveling speaker, I would have like been long into this. I was long into it with GBTC because I held my position from this area a few months ago. I mean, the trade wasn't supposed to last for 3 or 4 months, but I was holding through it because I was anticipating the break of 4,200. And once it did, I anticipated an immediate jump up. And look, we're already making new highs, like I just said a few minutes ago, that I didn't think it was the top. And the reason why I didn't think it was the top was because we still have a good hour to go on. We still have a good hour to go right here. We still have 42 minutes in this candle, and we have yet another candle that will top on a 9. This is now a perfected 9. No matter what happens, next candle, you're gonna have a perfected 9. The only way you're not gonna have a perfected 9 is if the price of Bitcoin falls all the way back below like 4,100, which I don't think it will in the next 2 hours. But it's Bitcoin. Who the hell knows? Anything can happen. The 5,200 is still in play over the next 2 hours. I mean, if it's going long, it's going long. In case anyone's wondering where I am, I'm supposed to be in Malta by now, but I am stuck at Istanbul airport because the Malta flight got canceled, and I've been dealing with that cancellation and figuring out how to get to Malta for the last 3 hours. How am I doing on the live viewers? We're over 1,000 live viewers right now. The good news is I'm stuck in Istanbul and not Cairo, Egypt. Thank God. So that's the good news. Still have to find a place to stay tonight. I haven't even dealt with that yet. Didn't need to put that. Right. So I can zoom into lower level time frames. There's really not much I can tell you guys right now. I'm a big fan of the 10-minute time frame. We can see if we can time a reversal on a 10-minute time frame, and there it is. There's your 9. So this is really incredible. If you are long right now, consider this 9 a bit of a warning, but I would not exit yet. I mean, a trending market can keep trending. Like, you don't know where this 9 is going to end. Like I said the other day with Tyler, if you are in a trade and it's moving in your direction, you should have absolutely no target. Your target is Lambo. Okay, that's what I say in my classes. I just ruined the joke for those that come to my workshops. The target here is Lambo. You just had a 9. You're looking at a combo 13. You are in a 9 sequential. So you still have reasons not to panic here, right? Yes, it's a 9, but it's a bullish candle. It's an expanded range candle. It's no different than this candle. there's no reason to exit your bullish trade right now. Just we're on a 10-minute chart. Just stay with it. Wait for the reversal candle. You're never gonna time the top. You wait for the reversal candle and then you take your profit. Like even if I did have access right now to my GBTC position because it's middle of the night in New York, so markets are closed. Even if I had access to it, I would not be selling right now. I would wait. We just broke 5,000. My target was the $5,100 bull trap. That's been my target for quite some weeks now, since I've given up on the $7,000 on the sub $3,000 bear trap. So you can see right here, but the BLX doesn't update. It only updates once a day. So the BLX is going to update in about 7 hours, right? And that is the $5,100 bull trap that we are going to be dealing with. Should probably put that here. There. Okay. I almost got the date right too. I should have moved these arrows. I should have counted the number of arrows. So I should have counted the number of candles so that this arrow is on a 9 candle. That's what I really should have done. That's what I normally do. I just didn't pay attention like that. All I have to do is move them. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to move them by 1 candle. But that's where it actually should have been. That's where it actually should have been. Should have been on that 9 candle. So this 9 candle is going to get us right into the middle there. Let's go back to the 10-minute chart. Look, it's going up. You just stay with the bullish trade. There's absolutely no reason to exit. Would I enter a bullish trade now? Absolutely not. It's a bit late, even on a 10-minute chart, right? I like entering on green 2s, above green 1s, above 9s, but not when they're so out there. You should have been in this bullish trade from before. I wasn't, but I quasi was with my retirement fund. It did catch me by surprise. I didn't expect it to break out today. I expected it to break out, in a week or two. So, I mean, I guess that's a good thing. The bull trap is coming earlier. Do I think this is a reversal to new all-time highs? No, not yet. Not yet. Is it possible that the low is in for 2019? Yeah, it's possible. It's possible that Tyler is wrong. We're not going to 1,000. That I'm wrong. We're not going sub 2,000 or sub 3,000. Absolutely, right? And we've been looking at this chart. This is the chart of minor profitability. This is a chart of minor profitability. And according to the minor profitability, we did touch bottom, like we always have before. But before, we've also crossed, I hate when it happens. Before, we've also crossed this line a little bit. This time, we didn't actually cross it yet. So I still think a lower low is coming, but this is a pretty decent exit. I know a lot of people are going to get over bullish here. I am looking to sell this rally strategically. And later today, I might be giving word to my Malta crew, hey, maybe we should take some profit on those ticket sales with a $5,000 Bitcoin. Let's go back to the 10-minute chart. Yeah, so I am anticipating slightly higher. The 5,100 price target is almost there, but I would never sell just because it hit my price target. Like if it's beating that target, then let it beat the target. This is a sequential 13 on a 4-hour, but like I said earlier, it's not a very critical one that needs to be sold. I don't have power to my laptop. We're at 40% battery here. So the moment this computer dies, I have to get back to dealing with my canceled flight to Malta, probably finding a hotel here in Istanbul one more night, and trying to get to Malta tomorrow for the conference. Kind of need to be there. Right, this is normally I'm looking at the 10-minute chart here. See, now we're pulling back. Now we're creating this reversal candle. If this candle ends as a reversal candle, then then I might be calling it the end of the rally. But you don't know where this candle is going to end until it ends, like this 10-minute candle. You can't assume it. Now, like I said, my target for the bull trap has been 5,100, and we got to 5,080. So we have certainly hit my bull trap target perfectly. And this is looking like a reversal candle. I would be very cautious here. It's very possible that the top is in for this rally. I would be cautious right now. If this 10-minute candle ends as a shooting star and the next candle starts trading below that candle, it's very possible that the bull trap is in. It's not an easy time to trade. It really isn't. I would not short, however. All right, let me look at your live chat. Yeah, this 10-minute candle is looking like a reversal candle off of a 9 combo 13. Now you got 4 minutes to go. I would be very cautious, and I would potentially look to get out right now. This is now looking like it could correct from here, even though you'll still get your 9s. Really would have been nice to get this pop, in a day or two. Not today. It came a few days earlier than the perfect pop, but I just don't like the action on a 10-minute chart. But it's just a 10-minute chart, guys. 5,100 was the price target. It looked like it was just going to keep going higher, but we got 3 minutes to go here. Yeah. This is not the, yeah, you gotta, well, even the combo 13 is now off the table. Yeah, serious reversal candle on the 10-minute chart. I hope it ends with a combo 13. I really do. Now I would be cautious. I was bullish, 15, 20 minutes ago. I was still bullish looking for that 5,000 break, but like now I would be very, very cautious. Now it looks like a decent chance to take your profit above $5,000. We were gonna sell Bitcoin today or tomorrow for the conference when I got there, but like now that I'm still stuck in Istanbul, we'll see. I gotta text people in Malta, see if we can sell it to cover the fiat cost of stuff. What would you consider a short? Not yet. Not yet. I need. I'm not gonna. I wouldn't risk it yet. It also depends on your time frame. On a 10-minute scale, when would I consider a short? Maybe next candle, but only on a 10-minute scale. I have to wait for 51 more seconds, right? So we can walk through a possible short on a 10-minute scale. This is the kind of stuff I teach again in my workshops. So I probably shouldn't even do this, but it's okay. So man, working with one monitor kind of sucks sometimes. But I already look weird enough here at the airport, so when would I consider a short? If you are trading the 10-minute chart, and this only applies to the 10-minute chart. Jeez, move this over as well. If you're trading the 10-minute chart and only the 10-minute chart, I would consider a short the moment we fall below this line. Shit. The moment we fall, look, now it's an aggressive 13. The moment we fall below this line, I would consider a short using a 10-minute chart. This is not trading advice. Let's make this very, very clear. My stop loss would be just above the top. Now, you can, what's the difference between these two? So this is 49.21 on a short. This is, so let's say 49.25, and this is, let's say 5100. I'll move it to 5100 right there, you know, 5101 or something, you know, 5100. That's fine. So this is $175. Now you can say, hey, that's a very large stop loss. Well, adjust your leverage and position size accordingly, because that's the only stop loss you should have, right? So this stop loss, whatever if this trade loses you money, it should lose you no more than 1 or 2% of, well, probably less. It's a 10-minute chart, for God's sakes. This trade should lose you no more than 1% of your account. Whatever the size of your account is, this stop loss should lose you no more than 1% of your account. Right now, I would be in the short trade. We hit my line, right? So on a 10-minute scale, I would have already entered my short trade. And that's my stop loss. Now, the moment I am up in that trade, I would consider setting a break-even stop. There is a very high probability we're gonna go down to 4,700 right now. And if we do, I'm lowering that stop loss. This is how I used to trade as a day trader. Now remember, this is a 10-minute chart. Would I do it on Bitcoin on a 10-minute chart? No, this is just an example of proper position sizing and proper risk management. It's not a trade I would actually make because Bitcoin is too volatile and too unpredictable. But this is the type of trade I would make in the S&P 500, let's say, or this is the type of trade I would make in Apple stock. Okay, so that would be the short right there, off that line. So I mean, like that depends on, again, it depends on your leverage. Anytime you feel uncomfortable with this trade, you just exit the trade, you know. I'm not looking at your live chat, guys. I'm looking at the charts. I can't do both. So I can glance at your live chat. Then I can't see the chart. It's kind of one or the other here. Thank you, Jim. Thank you for your donation. Hey, Jeremy, you're welcome. Jeremy says, Tone, thank you for helping me double my trading account. You're welcome, sir. Okay, remember, this is just 10-minute charts, guys. Someone is asking me, based how likely is 1200 now? Just as likely as it was 3-4 months ago. Like nothing's changed. The 1200, 1300, I mean, nothing's really changed, guys. Bitcoin needs to go above like $8,000 or $9,000 for me to change my mind. My confidence is identical as it always was. It's unfortunate I didn't really, like, we really should be. Right. So, I mean, if again, if you shorted right there, like I suggested, um, you can almost consider taking a little bit of profit off that trade at this point. I mean, it's gone decently in your direction. Within a few minutes, remember, it is a 10-minute chart. And I mean, I was hoping that it would, fall hard. I don't normally lower my stop losses this quickly. Like I would be considering taking some profit very soon. Next candle, I mean, you're gonna have a price flip soon, but that's it. I mean, it looks like we've topped. You can use the 10-minute candles, like showed it to you. I mean, clearly I'm doing this video from an airport because my flight was canceled to Malta. I shouldn't even be doing this. I should be like getting out of the airport right now in Malta. And definitely should be selling some Bitcoin to pay for the conference. Should have done that, 10 minutes ago, like I said. But hey, it's okay. We'll make up for the difference. And I don't normally move my stop losses within the candle itself because of whipsaw. So if I did take this trade, if I did take the short trade, like I just suggested, I would be looking to take some profit already, and also looking to drop my stop loss to break even so that this trade can't possibly lose you money. Now it's Bitcoin. Anything can happen. You can like gap back up to $8,000 like in 1 minute. So just because you lowered your stop loss doesn't mean it can't gap over it. But I teach general trading, right? I don't teach Bitcoin trading. I teach trading. Trade more stable assets. But this is a beautiful top. I mean, this is a textbook top. You have a 9, you have a 13 following candle, you have a reversal candle, you short right at the reversal candle. I mean, it's as clean as you can get. Look to take some profit already. It's moved a few $100s. I'm almost ready to move my stop to break even, just like that. The stop loss is break even. That's how I used to trade. And I would wait for these opportunities. I would take that short, and I would also probably be in a long going into this mess. But like I wasn't a long, right? Like, but I can't exit my GBTC. My battery's about to run out, so this is all you guys get. So 24 down to 24% on the battery. You can see my battery's dying because I'm running a million things on my computer as always. I'll definitely be with you for the next candle. Right, see, now it's a serious pullback, right? Here is the 4-hour chart. The 913 is a serious pullback, big, long wick. Still have 2 hours to go in this candle, though. Again, the 12-hour chart still says room to the upside. The daily chart still says room to the upside, but the 10-minute scale and maybe even the 1-hour scale. Right, the 1-hour scale is working on a reversal candle. Next candle is going to be a 913 in 20 minutes. I don't know if my battery life will hold 20 minutes. I'm dropping 1% a minute here, so maybe I'll make it right to 20 minutes. Though I kind of need my computer to deal with a flight cancellation and booking a hotel, though I could do that on my cell phone, which is also draining power because I'm running a hotspot. So that's kind of Tone's life right now, dealing with a canceled Malta flight. Let's go back to the 10-minute chart. Candle should be flipping over in 20 seconds. All right, 5, 4. All right, there's the new candle. I am now very comfortable with the stop loss. It depends on the size of your trade. You can certainly take a little bit of profit to make sure that this trade has made you money. You have increased your account off of a 10-minute trade. You set a break-even stop loss, and then you ride the short trade for as long as it takes you, either until you make it back to, the support line of the moving average, until you get a 9 sequential, or whatever. You can even, I would probably even lower the stop loss to the middle of this candle right now to make sure that I'm really locking in those gains. Like it's a nice, 10, 20-minute trade. I don't know if anyone took this trade. This is not trading advice. It's not have the SEC on my ass. But for educational purposes only, that would have been the trade that I would have made in the stock market, in the gold, in silver, in the futures market, oil futures, gold futures, S&P futures, when I was a day trader of the futures markets. This is the kind of trade I would have made. 9, 13, reversal candle, big run up, absolute perfect trade, very low risk, very defined risk, infinite reward, even though on a short side, you don't really have infinite reward. And already took some profit because it moved a fair amount, and because it's Bitcoin, and I'm biased to the bull side, even though my 51 top has been made. That was my bull trap for 5,100. If the price of Bitcoin goes below 4,500, the top could be in, and we could be on our way to sub 3,000. This does not get us out of the woods yet. Obviously, everything is too early to tell. I mean, I should be selling Bitcoin right now. I would definitely be selling GBTC. Maybe I can. I mean, right after this, right after my battery dies, I'm still waiting for confirmation that I'm on a flight to Malta tomorrow instead, with the cancellation. I might have to call Malta Airlines again. Then I gotta book a hotel here in Istanbul for one more night, and my computer is now at 19% power. Once I get to my new hotel, I'm gonna log into my GBTC trading account. I'm gonna try to get out of that swing trade GBTC position in pre-market. I've done that before. Maybe I'll get lucky and some fool buys it from me at a unreasonably high price in the pre-market, thinking that GBTC is gonna pop, and which it still can, right? This is why we take some profit right at the bottom of this candle, like I said, and then you lower that stop loss. Because if we pop right now, Bitcoin is unpredictable. I want to make sure that this trade has made me money, and you just wait for these good opportunities. Because yes, we could go back up. I mean, trading is unpredictable. It's all about managing your losses. Being able to predict direction is, you'll probably be more wrong than right, but you could be wrong 80% of the time and still make money, right? Like, for example, if I am totally wrong and 5,100 is not the top, I just made money on a trade being completely wrong. We can easily go back to 5,500 today, easily. Yet I made a short trade that profited, and I couldn't be more wrong. And that's trading. That's not guessing, that's trading. There's a difference between guessing and predicting what the price is going to be and actually trading. This is why I try to make as little trades a year as possible. And those trades need to be perfect so that every trade makes money. That's my new stop loss, because I don't trust this candle. We can see if my stop loss gets hit. Because I don't trust it. You can always enter another short trade, because if we get stuck here, or there's still a possibility of a sequential 13 coming in very soon. 17% battery power. We're draining the battery fast with live streaming and screen brightness. Stop loss still has not been hit, but it just did. So that's it. I'm out of this trade. I don't trust it anymore. Oh, battery at 15 power. Sorry guys, 6% power. My battery's done. Sorry guys, I gotta go. There could be another short trade on the table on a red 2, trading below a red 1, but not if it runs away to the downside. This short trade is over. I don't trust it. We can easily go back to 5,000, but I don't